Hey y'all, this is Kev. This is Black Men being brutally honest with everyone, and just wanted to take my time to kind of cover the Serena Williams situation. Of course, you know that she lost the U.S. Open to Naomi Osaka, and congratulations to Naomi Osaka for winning. It was a big time victory for her. Um, but there's a debate that Serena Williams wasn't very sportsmanlike in her behavior. Now, right now, you see on the screen, this was a cartoon from an Australian publication depicting Serena Williams in such a horrible, horrible way. And they're going at it from different angles. Is it more sexist? Is it more racist? Let's take a look at a couple of things. Serena Williams is depicted as a heavy set woman. Her face is very masculine. Even the lips are very red. And this is a characteristic shared in a lot of the blackface cartoons back in the day. She looks very like I said, she looks very muscular, masculine, overweight. Doesn't really look like Serena at all. Then you have Naomi Osaka over here, who is she does have blonde streaks in her hair, but she's almost depicted like she's a white woman. Um, and this bullshit right here. Let's take a pic. This is a picture of the U.S. Open winner Naomi Osaka. Her hair is kind of brownish, blackish, and then blonde. It's not completely blonde. Um, yes, and also congratulations to Naomi Osaka. But of course, you see the look on Serena Williams' face after disdain for what was happening during her tennis match. Um, um, I wish I could pull the video up right now. I didn't take time to look it up because there's other points to bring up. But she was explaining to the umpire, look, I rather lose than cheat. I'd rather lose than cheat. And, that's a commendable, noble statement to make. But to under the calling it just sexism to me on the circumstances around she lost is kind of undermining the situation to me. Yeah, and this is in light of the cat she wearing the cat suit and the cat suit being banned because she wears it. Um, I don't know what is the reasoning behind that, but is she basically felt as if she is being policed as a woman. This U.S. Open was not a great experience for Serena Williams on all angles. But the reason why I say that and it is more racist than sexist, and I'm a bit disappointed that Serena ran to the sexist argument rather than the racist argument. Like black people in general, especially if they're public figures, are checked for their behavior all the time, and you can dispute that all you want. But I do have an example of this. Let's look at a few photos of non-blacks losing their shit on the tennis court. Yeah, see that? You're probably gonna say, "Oh, he's just gonna show us pictures of just men." Look at another non-black, look little Caucasian tennis player, just losing his shit. Just acting like shit. And then these are names that you never really hear. Now, granted, Serena Williams has a much bigger name than all of these guys. Yeah. Oh. Here's a woman. Vera. I refuse to pronounce her last name. Breaks, bites, and kicks her racket in Charleston. Now, whether that is Charleston, Virginia, or Charleston, South Carolina, I don't know. But look at that. Look at it. Tastes good. Yeah, there's another one. There's another guy. Well, here we go. Like I can't use this tennis racket anymore because I behaved like a child on the tennis court. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Another guy losing his shit that probably wasn't made to publicly apologize to anyone. Look at that. Oh, a legend, John McEnroe. Remember who's old enough to remember John McEnroe? Oh, that guy used to lose his shit all the time. But, you know, they talked about, oh, John McEnroe's a good guy, yada, yada. Yeah, I remember that shit. But see, like, because of the ways Serena was quote unquote treated, Billie Jean King, who is an accomplished tennis player herself, came forward and was like, Serena Williams is treated differently than other tennis players. And, yada, yada, sexism. Now, I'm not saying that sexism does not exist or this is not a case of sexism because, as you know, white men are very patriarchal anyway. Yeah, yes, they are. White men are very patriarchal and very, try to be dominating of black women and black men too. See, but it's like, why is it that a white feminist always has to come forward and make the issue with the black person, a black woman, a sexism issue instead of a racism issue? We know that racism exists in sports. Hell, look at the current situation. You got a mix. You got a mix. Guy with a black parent and guy with a white parent, Colin Kaepernick, speaking out against police brutality and unfair treatment of blacks. And look at how everyone is acting about it. It's become controversial because he's taking a stand on something that actually exists in this country. And they try and people are trying to make this shit about everything else. And I feel Serena Williams' situation is no different. And I think I said this, but I'm kind of disappointed that she ran right to sexism and didn't think that racism was worth mentioning for real. Oh, look, another great legendary white tennis player, Andre Agassi. Every time he flipped this shit on the court, guess what they called him? They called him a rebel. He was a bad boy. Yeah, they glorify these old crybaby dumbasses like they're such heroes on the court. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Now, some of you are asking why Richard Sherman is up here. Let me show you a video. Let me show you a video of, why I say it's always going to be racism more than sexism. Remember the NFC Championship game in 2014 where Richard Sherman basically burnt Michael Crabtree like a cheap cigarette on the field? And he had that outburst. See, every time a black person shows some kind of passion in his area of profession, the people go to those stereotypes about him. Or her. That's what I'm saying. They're no different. They're no different. Let me show you a video of this impassionate reaction he had to the 2014 NFC Championship game. Okay, this is NFL.com. This is courtesy of them. This is someone else's property. I do not own this footage. And I am respectful of the people who are, even though I am kind of protesting you for your junk right now. But this is just to educate the public on a little something real quick. Oh, that will piss me off too. LOB. LOB, before y'all start thinking that it's some kind of gang or something like that, LOB means Legion of Boom. Legion of Boom was the nickname for the Seattle Seahawks. Now, any Seahawks fans out there, I don't know whether it's still their nickname or not, but hey, but it was then. No, I think this was the actual interview footage that, made everybody get their panties in a bunch. Well, I'm the best corner in the game. When you try me with a sorry receiver like Crabtree, that's the result you're going to get. Don't you ever talk about me. Who was talking about you? Crabtree, don't you open your mouth about the best. Oh, I'm going to shut it for you real quick. LOB. Done. Now. Here's what I'm gonna do for y'all. I googled Richard Sherman called a thug. I googled Richard Sherman called a thug. And because of that passionate reaction, he was called a thug. And his response to that is thug is an accepted way of calling someone N-word. And that's true. So my message to Serena Williams and Serena Williams fans is that it's not necessarily always the front thing is always not sexism. We've been dealing with a long history of racism in this country and all over the world. That cartoon that I'm going to show you again, that was from an Australian publication who's heavily known, and Australia is heavily known for their racism anyway. Look up the history of Tasmania and the Tasmanians. I'll let you do that one on your own. But this is a picture of Serena. This is a picture of Serena right here, having words with the umpire, Carlos Ramos, and let's go back to this picture, okay? Look at this crybaby ad. Look, feminist Billie Jean King, John McEnroe, non-black people acting like shit on the tennis court, like it's just a Serena Williams problem. Serena Williams in the cat suit. Oh, look at that. Oh, they're depicted as white people, and I can't. I can see the racism in this. I can see the racism. Okay, now, but you are always going to see various articles such as this. This was News One, and granted, it was written by a man, probably a black man. Serena Williams, Cardi B, and a weekend of telling black women how to behave. Hey, look, I'm not telling y'all how to behave. I'm not. Serena Williams reacted as every impassionate sports player reacted. I mean, Cardi B shit was ratchet. It was ratchet. I'm not telling you how to behave. I'm going to tell you if you behave like shit, there's going to be a certain reaction to that. And nobody has stopped supporting Serena Williams in the black community despite her circumstances in any way, shape, or form. Like nobody stopped, because of who she married. Nobody stopped supporting Serena Williams. Black men might have had some words about it because of the hypocrisy in canceling black men for doing the same fucking thing. But I try not as a YouTuber and as a person to go at it in this angle. I'm just saying, hey, if you think racism can't follow you anywhere else, think again. I am so sorry. Yeah, and honestly, congratulations to Naomi Osaka. There'll be another day for Serena Williams. And yes, there's massive hypocrisy in looking at how she was treated on that court, as opposed to these. Look at this. Oh yeah, let's take another one. Let's take another one like this. Look, tastes good, don't it? And it is racism. It is racism. If sexism is involved, yes, I do agree that white men are very sexist. But but I'm sorry. This is racism. This is how racism acts. This is how racism is. They glorify non-black people for behaving the same fucking way. But Serena Williams has to get checked for her behavior, and people like Richard Sherman has to be called a thug. Okay, well, This is pretty much all I have to say about this situation. This is Kev, and I appreciate everyone who tuned in and slightly heard my point of view about this. And like I say, if you like the videos, if you like the info I'm giving you, and even if you don't like it, please subscribe. This is pretty much all I have to say about this right now. And yes, racism is out there. It's alive and well. And now there are so many examples of it. And some of us need to stop denying it. And especially through forums like sports, especially with what's currently going on. Okay. Hope y'all having a great week.